Today, we're going to be diving deep on the tough topic of trauma. As a refresher, trauma is defined as a deeply disturbing or distressing experience outside of our control. It's the type of event that's so distressing that it overwhelms our ability to cope. Now, bad things happen to everybody, but the bad things that have a lasting effect on how we live our lives are what we define as trauma. Traumatic events include things like a robbery, car accident, physical abuse, or natural disasters. But events within relationships can also be traumatic. Like when an adult you trust, who you thought wouldn't hurt you, does something that makes you feel scared, confused, or alone. Or when someone you thought was your friend does something that makes you feel unimportant, ridiculed, or powerless. Things like bullying or spreading rumors about you to others. Trauma may also be triggered by repeated long-term negative experiences. For example, when a child's needs aren't met by their caregiver, it creates a trauma that can affect that child well into adulthood. It can make it more difficult to make human connection and can prevent you from reaching your ultimate potential. Now, whenever we encounter trauma, our brain has natural, often automatic responses, both in the short term and the long term. Immediate responses might include shock or denial, where we're unable to feel, think, or understand what's going on around us. Longer-term reactions might include unpredictable emotions, things like angry outbursts, crying, and flashbacks, as well as strained relationships, nightmares, and even physical symptoms like headaches or nausea. This is far from an exhaustive list, though, because every person reacts to trauma differently. However, becoming aware of how trauma impacts your life is the first step to not letting it control your life. When you're able to uncover past trauma and how it affects you now, it allows you to eventually unlock your potential and live the life you've always wanted. As you begin this process of working through past trauma in your life, it's important to remember that even though these memories may be painful, they are not your fault. In the next episode, we're going to dig deeper into that idea, so that this experience is ultimately beneficial to you as you uncover and work through your trauma.